We're at Harris Hospital, McLean Street, Newport, in a new recognition program that we have going on here, and visiting with Rebecca, and she was so excited that I could introduce Ashton Anderson, who is actually the first person that we're going to recognize as the Harris Healthcare Hero Program. Every several weeks, we're going to recognize somebody that has done something exceptional or somebody that loves their job, and we want them to talk about what's good about going on at Harris Hospital. And Ashton, let's get right to it. Let's talk a little bit about what you do. First of all, congratulations on this recognition.
Thank you.
Harris Hospital Hero. What do you do at Harris Hospital?
I cover ER. I also am the trauma coordinator and Arkansas Saves facilitator. Basically, I audit charts, make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
You know, if there's an issue, I write it up, give it to the doctor. He says, this is what we need to do. And we try to fix any issues that we have.
Talk a little bit, when you say trauma coordinator, that to me sounds like that's a very, very important position. What all does that entail?
Basically, the state has come up with rules and regulations that we have to follow. So we are a designated trauma center. We're a level 4. So basically that just means that everything that comes in that's trauma related, we have a calling center. Call them and we say, hey, we've got this. We don't have ortho coverage. We don't have neuro coverage. We need to get them out. And so we get them out in a timely manner, as opposed to before, you know, it might be 4 hours. So now it's less than 2. So. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know, even though there's a big billboard coming in from Jonesboro that has the number of minutes that it takes to, you know, and it changes depending on what how long it takes to be able to see a doctor in the emergency room. And obviously with trauma, you're dealing with something that's completely different than a bad headache. But to talk a little bit about you and your education, high school and college.
I graduated from Tuckerman High School in 2005. And I actually went to real estate school after that and decided that wasn't for me.
Really? Really?
And I went to nursing school. I graduated LPN in 2009 or 10? 2010. And then I went to RN right after that, and I graduated in 2012. So, and I've been here since I graduated LPN school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years or so. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about working at Harris Hospital. I mean, what's important to you? What makes you feel good about what you do here at Harris Hospital?
I grew up with a lot of these people. My mom worked here when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And she was actually an X-ray, and then she went to nursing school. So I actually got to see a lot of people that I knew as a child retire. And, you know, we're a family, and I just love it here. I grew up here. I just love it here.
Well, I know it's important that you believe that caring for your patients, and it's a very challenging job. Healthcare in general is a challenging job, but you've accepted the challenge, and obviously here at Harris Hospital they have recognized you as being a healthcare hero, and it's a nice recognition to get, no doubt.
Yeah. When there's a ton of people that deserve it, I'm glad they picked me, and that's awesome.
Absolutely. I appreciate you so much, you taking time to join us and tell us about, number one, the program in itself, or we learn about the program, and congratulations to you, Ashton, for being named the original Healthcare Hero recognition #1. You got this recognition because you do a fantastic job for Harris Hospital, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's continue on with more of the Business Spotlight. Dr. Virgencita Fuentes at Harris Hospital, and her second time on the air. We visited when she first got here, and business has been brisk, as they say. And welcome, girl, to the program again.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about sickness and back to school and what all you do and what we're looking for, so on and so forth. It's that time of year where people need to be healthy. Your children need to be healthy so we can be in school every day.
Definitely. I'm not a stranger to it. I got 2 kids of my own, and I am continually watching them and how they're feeling every single day. Usually, the first week of school, a lot of people are very anxious. Not only the kids, but the parents, and then suddenly they will come home with cough and cold. And of course, a lot of mommies out there are very worried about what's going on with their kids.
Right.
It's very common nowadays that people, especially our kids, since they're around more kids a lot of viral illnesses have been running around. Usually it's just upper respiratory viral illness, could manifest as a cold. Sometimes you'll have some runny nose. Some kids have been complaining about ear pain.
Right.
Other than that, there's also some issues about foodborne illnesses. I've seen a lot of kids lately having diarrhea, vomiting, and then there's also some issues with asthma.
Okay.
Now that they are with their friends back in school, you can't just stop them from playing in the playground.
Right.
So definitely I've been seeing a lot of our kids nowadays having episodes of increased wheezing, coughing more at night, not being able to sleep. Other than that, we've also seen a couple of kids who has pink eye.
Pink eye?
Pink eye,
really?
yeah. But you know, the causes of pink eye is multitude causes.
Sure.
You got the viral ones, bacterial ones, and even sometimes just the allergies. I guess we are all familiar about how Newport is.
Right.
We are just so rich in growing a lot of things around us. Even our school is in the middle of a field.
Right.
And you know, once the harvesting starts, everything floats around in the air.
Yes, it's horrible in the fall. It absolutely is.
Yeah, so a lot of the kids' symptoms kind of goes with that too, you know. A lot of our parents are very worried about kids running fever.
Right.
We have to define for all parents out there that fever is actually 100.4. That is what we document as a fever.
Okay.
If our fever, if fever persists within 24 hours and not being treated with the Tylenol, even if you're giving your kids that one, then it's important for us to have them check. Make sure that it's nothing bacterial. Don't get disappointed if you go to a doctor's visit and we don't give you an antibiotic just right away.
Right, okay.
It might be because we are thinking that it's not a bacterial infection.
Right, absolutely.
Once again, antibiotics don't treat viruses. So if there is no indication for antibiotics, then we're not going to start it. It's not because we don't want your kids to be better, but it's just because we're watching for resistance,
right,
for the antibiotics that we're using right now. There's only a couple of things that we can really tell our kids on what they can do to kind of help themselves prevent from getting sick.
Okay.
We don't really have much to say for the other kids, but we can educate our own. Remind one's kids to always wash their hands. Constantly wash your hands. Went inside the restroom, once you go out, wash your hands. Before you eat, wash your hands.
Absolutely.
After playing outside, wash your hands.
Sure.
The other thing is what we call respiratory etiquette. When you cough, when you sneeze.
Okay. Sure.
You know, it's a very, very easy maneuver to just put it on that sleeve and don't cough on other people.
Right.
Usually with those simple steps, it's a lot easy to kind of keep infection at bay and not spread throughout the school.
It's that time of year. I mean, at school, and you know, the old saying always goes that our children usually don't feel quite as well when school gets to going anyway.
That's true too. That's true too. So I'm not sure which ones are attributed to real illness,
right,
and which one is the you know. It's just the drama of not wanting to go to school.
Right, absolutely. Now, the sick call schedule, we mentioned that earlier. Tell us a little bit about the sick call schedule.
We're still open 8 o'clock to 8:45 for just walk-ins.
Okay, good deal.
So we see both adults and kids.
Okay.
So, you know, when you're about to get up and you see your kid is running a fever, not feeling well, has been vomiting all night, not keeping down, then we would be happy to see you urgently during that time. And also, if you yourself, you're not feeling optimal to go to work,
sure,
we'll definitely see you too. And by the way, I also have to emphasize about, you know, the school. Probably parents have received the letters about the vaccination for schools.
Right.
And we do give the vaccines here in clinic.
Okay.
We check on each kid's vaccination status every time they come in and make sure that they're fully immunized.
Right.
Because that's also one way that we are going to prevent these illnesses from spreading around.
Absolutely.
So, you know, October is coming up. That's our, you know, flu season.
It's coming. It's here.
You know, so basically I have to remind everyone to get their flu vaccine. As long as you don't have any contraindications to receive the vaccine, have yourself vaccinated. You know, and those are the important things that we have to watch out for. You know, we got our physicians here always ready to give your kids a full checkup, even just for wellness, just to
Sure.
make sure everything is good. So we can always do that for you here in our clinic.
Well, there's no doubt that great information, good information to have for us parents and you know, those parents of school-age children who, if you could prevent a lot of illness by doing some of those things.
Yes,
but if you need us, we're here for you.
Yes, yes. You know, our nurses answer our phone lines 8 to 5. If we're not able to get to you, by the end of the day, definitely you're going to be receiving a call from us for any questions that you might have. You know, a lot of parents have been asking us, oh, do we need to bring them in? If in doubt, always do.
Always bring them in.
Yeah,
no
if you're not sure about what to do, that's why we're here.
Hey, I appreciate you taking time to visit with us once again. It's
Sure.
good information this time of year to try to prevent illnesses, or once you get down and you feel like you need to see the doctor, come see Dr. Fuentes.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Bye.